Alrighty, welcome to Age of Abundance. Now, this is a short time challenge that is on Civ 6 at the moment. As I'm filming this, there's around about 10 days left, so hopefully I can manage to edit this down and get it out to you guys in time for the finish, and you guys can have a go and see if you can beat me. But let's get stuck into it. So we start with a good amount of boosts, and we're about halfway down the tech tree, bit over $1,000 to start with as well. I've played this once already, and I've got a lay of the land now. I know what I want to try and do early on. I know I want to get cartography early because I want to get over to Vilnius. Like, the shipyard could be a really good play. I don't think that I'm going to want a shipyard before I want to get across the ocean. So I'm going to lock that in. The other thing that we want to go for is humanism to start off and just unlock our archaeological and art museum straight away. My first move here is definitely going to be an Acropolis down. And over here, I would say we will probably just about be doing the exact same thing, and I would say we'll probably go, yeah, Acropolis, and I think we will chop that out and place a campus as well. Will be our early moves there. Now, I want to buy a scout here, and the next turn I will buy another scout. That way I can rush over to the island that is out this way. I can clear out the villages, and also there's 3 city-states over there that we want to get. So that's going to be sort of our first moves, and moving this guy out this way as well will also open up Mogadishu, which we can send a trader to. Early on, I think we'll plug in the retainers. I'm not too worried about the military policies, but just in case we decide to go for a boat, let's go for ancient and classic era naval unit boost. Now, this is where things will be a bit more important. So early on, we'll take the production. I think we probably want to go just settlers, builders. We'll have a look at our third one there in a second, because right now, so first envoy we send, get a boost. We need to lock that in straight away. And honestly, I may take the bonus 2 influence points to start off with. Let's plug that in. So as Pericles, we want to try and get as many envoys out as we can, because having control on them boosts us up. So that is a very handy way to start off. Do we want to build the Acropolis first is the other question, or do we want to crank out a couple of settlers? I'm thinking, after my mistakes from the first time that I played this, I want to crank out some settlers nice and early. So I'm happy to go settler. It's probably not really the best idea to go a settler out of here. I think we will just make 2 settlers straight out of this town. So the first move that we want to do with our builder is probably to just come here, and we will clean out this just to boost our settler production. And obviously we're going to skip that so that we can send him to Mogadishu when we uncover that. Harvest that, and we will get ourselves another city. Let's move him up north, and we will do the exact same thing again here. I may even, is it worth chopping this out? I think I might save that for a lumber mill. We'll probably want to hold on to a little bit of production in our capital, because with a bit of luck, we will be grabbing a couple of wonders later on, depending on how long this takes us. The thing that I did last time was to settle this tile and aqueduct over here. That gave me a bit more room to make another city up here. A coastal city may be the better play, but I think I'm going to stick with that strategy. The aqueduct is pretty handy. A lot of population is a good way to go about a culture set up. He apparently still does not see Mogadishu, which is a bit of an Mogadishu for me. Let's just envoy up. So we want to, well, we've got the quest actually to send a trade route, so I want to hold on to that envoy. We will settle this, and this guy can come out further this direction. Now we can go ahead and chop out this Acropolis. Last time I tried to go for a bit of faith, but I don't think it's as effective as I wanted it to be. I probably will still focus it, but I'm going to focus a lot more on the science side of things this time. Faith just doesn't feel as powerful with no rock bands and things like that. It doesn't seem that necessary. Let's go ahead and buy ourselves another builder here. And I want to chop these out so that I can continue to chop out for some more settlers. I will go for one more settler, I think, straight off the bat. Can we send you now? Yes, we can. Could. Okay, so that gives us the 3 there to be a suzerain and give us some of our Pericles bonuses. Alright, now we are going to chop out this one here in particular because we are right next to our Acropolis here. That will free up another spot to get some adjacency bonus. We'll probably be doing a commercial hub here, given that it is on the river as well. So that is our city down there. Again, purchase ourselves a builder. Okay, so I will purchase a builder here as well. We will go and chop this out. That will give us a population boost and also free up this spot so that we can go ahead and place ourselves a campus. So the plan here, these two are going to swap tile next turn. We will remove this so that we can get ready for the aqueduct. So that aqueduct will boost this city's population potential up to 12 straight away. And then we can start smashing down some districts there as well. And a lot of tiles here will be getting worked. So this, by upgrading these, we also get ourselves an extra production. So I think it's worth doing these pastures. I screwed myself a little bit with that movement, but that's okay. It's only going to delay us 1 turn, that's fine. Actually, we forgot to buy ourselves another scout, but what we can do is wait until we place this city and we will buy him over here, so that is fine. That won't hurt us in the long run. Now, this settler we want to send in a southerly direction. I think we will go a campus there. This city will buy this tile. And we will chop out there, which allows us to also start doing a campus there. Then we can come back here. I think we can chop and then place a mine there. I know there's a niter mine and a pasture somewhere down this way. We also have hills right here, so I could settle, depending on the fish resources, we may be a good idea to settle somewhere here. Last time I didn't settle in this area because I wanted to make a national park. I think it was these 4 tiles here I used for a national park. So I left that sort of alone. This time, look, I maybe get 1 national park in this game, but I have other places where I can get it done. So I think we're going to go for a city here. Now, we actually have quite a bit of flexibility here with how we want to go ahead and set this up. I might actually bring out the tax. Let's just say, for example, we have a campus there, we have an aqueduct there, so that's going to boost that straight away. The other thing, though, we could consider is the fact that we get a campus there. We get a better boost out of it, but are we going to maintain that boost is the question. I would say we probably aren't. I reckon I will be chopping out at least 2 of these. Given that there is another really good adjacency there, though, this will still be really good. The other question becomes, though, do we want that to instead be the Acropolis? I think we will go that way because the Acropolis should technically be the one that we want to get the better boost on. Now, what I did last time was remove this sheep and put a industrial zone in here with a mine. Potentially what we do this time, we could do the industrial zone here and put mines on each of these tiles. But this tile is just so good for adjacency that I think there has to be a district gets placed there. So I think what we do is industrial zone there again. Now, here is an interesting question. Do we settle the iron mine? I think we do. We can settle this tile, have a mine on here, and we can take this tile off of this other city that has hills on it. That allows us to build our Acropolis for this city still. It's probably the easier way is to just settle straight on that. I think we'll get in range of another fish there at least too. So let's do that. That is a lot of fish. We may, if we get a Pantheon, I'm sure we will at some point, the fishing boat Pantheon may be worthwhile just for this one city alone, to be honest. I'm sort of regretting settling here now rather than on the coast because we could have made use of that. Argos will eventually benefit from it, and hopefully, yeah, we get a little bit of benefit from it as well if we are to settle here. So I think that is still going to work out. No problems. The question now, again, is do we settle this tile or do we come down a little bit? I think I want to try and leave this hills alone, though. If I can make that hills accessible to a different city is going to be better for me because I need hills for my Acropolises. Now, immediate Acropolis, we will buy ourselves a builder and chop that out. Let's go ahead and place Corinth as well. Now, we want a builder again, and we will chop out before we go ahead and place our Acropolis because we want to keep that production. I think builder is going to be a good idea because we've got all of these fish. Seeing as we're not going to chop out here for this other city to get an Acropolis, I think we will upgrade these tiles. That bonus money will be awesome. So we will remove that feature. We instantly finish that one off. I think, again, Acropolis is probably where we want to go here. So Amphitheater, sorry. Let's clear out this tile. And again, we will place a mine in preparation for a industrial zone. Now, we chop out, instantly get ourselves an amphitheater down here. Sorry, Acropolis. And we'll start making the amphitheater. Let's go and chop out this farm. And then we will go and place some more fish nets. So once we get this campus online, I think we will make ourselves another settler. We will shoot this builder down this way and chop out so that we can get our hands on that. Do we want to chop out this quarry? I'm not overly worried about production in this game. It's more just about getting ourselves a lot of Acropolises up really quickly and generating as many great people points as we can, as quickly as we can. We can simply buy that Acropolis for only 600 as well. So we have a 2-turn wait. It has unfortunately decided it's going to do a different tile, which is annoying. We'll leave him there for the moment. Hopefully we'll get the correct expansion when it comes, but we're relying a little bit on luck there. We'll go ahead and put down our bonus 2 gold there, and again on the next tile. Let's send this guy to that tile just in case we do get that border expansion. We'll be ready to chop there as well. I think we are pretty happy to go for a harbour here now as well. We are a turn away from finding land over here. I also completely forgot again to get that other scout. Let's go ahead and do that, and we will send him across as well. Let's just make him go follow that same path. And we are ready to chop out there. Now with that built, we are ready for another settler. Let's do that, and we will come down here and chop out again. Let's grab some more production in this city, and I think what we will do is again go for that gold boost. And we did indeed expand to the incorrect tile, which is a little bit frustrating. We can go ahead and buy that. I think it is worthwhile. And then remove and Acropolis there. So that is 1 turn Acropolis. That is awesome. And we are still waiting on that chop as well. So we've discovered the land over here. Let's go ahead and swoop on that while we've got the opportunity. And I want to continue to send this scout around the corner and unlock Zanzibar as well. So we have unfortunately hit an error before we have found Vilnius, but there's nothing we could do there. We haven't even hit cartography still as yet, so not a big loss. I think we want to keep all of these policies. I think the only one we can probably get rid of is that bonus single production. Do we want to hold on to +2 influence points as well? We can probably give that up. The other thing would be the builders bonus actions too. I think we might throw that one away actually. I've got a lot of builders out already. I think I should be fairly happy to let that go at the moment. So that is Rome met, and we will jump up on shore and pinch that out from under him. Now the Chancery could be pretty beneficial. The 3 influence points is massive. Not that keen on the whole receive 50 science for every level of the enemy spy that we find. I don't think spying is going to happen for a long time, if ever. But that 3 influence points is big for Pericles. I think we might actually research that nice and quickly and get our hands on the Chancery. I want to place that nice and quick. Probably also a good idea to get Enlightenment and get the amenity for each city as well. If we've got 2 specialty districts, because as you can see, amenities are quite hard to come by. That is the other reason that I want to go for Zanzibar so quickly. So we will see how we're looking once we unlock Zanzibar, if we want to still pursue Enlightenment really quickly. I do sort of like the idea of another industrial zone. They are just very good to have in general, especially another big part of why I want to get some industrial zones down in this is the fact that the great engineers can provide points to Wonder Construction. And if I don't have those great engineers in the bank, then it becomes really, really difficult to get wonders down in the short time frame that we're sort of expecting this game to go. So I think I'm going to go for that industrial zone. Let's chop that out, and we get a 1-turn industrial zone as well. And I think we will come across and chop out this rainforest as well. That will just give us another little boost and provide another spot where we can get some adjacency as well. So we have unlocked cartography now. This guy can just start heading straight through the ocean, which is handy. We have been granted another recon unit. That is fucking awesome, I've got to say it. Let's send him up to Vilnius. That is brilliant. Now, is it worth me placing a mine here? I would suggest it probably is. It's a bit unfortunate it is 1 extra tile away that we won't get any bonus to the industrial zone, but I think I'm going to need that given how much that I've chopped in this town. I think we can probably go ahead and go for a settler in this city as well, and we will shoot him across this way. We will make a settler over here as well and shoot him over to this other island. The quicker that I can get that done, meet everyone and have trade routes going, the better. Now, I'm not too worried about printing still as yet. The way that we really want to just try and rush radio as quickly as we can. It really just chose the worst one possible though. Let's focus the ones that we've got boosts for first, please, game. Now, let's go ahead and, of course, send a delegation and open borders here as well. And if we wait a turn as well, he will pay me to open borders rather than me pay him. So that is also very handy. And Zanzibar is just over this direction. So hopefully I can unlock them in the next sort of 3 turns. Would be great so that we can see if we need to unlock Enlightenment or not. So we will continue to settle our own island here for a start. Let's get our last 2 settlers out. I say last 2, I think that's how many it'll take me to finish off this island. That is a really, really low production chop. It's really unfortunate that as far as rainforests are concerned, but at least you get some food as well. Like you see, my population has gone up to 8, so not the worst, but not great. Now, this tile did me in last game. I planned around this city to have my Acropolis, and then I think I just had a campus here for the sake of getting a campus down, and was going to get some adjacency for it with a commercial hub. But this tile is a desert floodplains, and apparently you are not allowed to build districts on those. I did not know that. I think we will go ahead and put that other pasture that we were talking about earlier onto that tile as well while we're here. Now, the other thing that we wanted to do here, so we want that industrial zone. The game wants to claim that tile instead. Okay, so we have plans for an industrial zone. It looks like my capital is actually going to pick up that tile, which works out pretty well. We may even then want to industrial zone there too, just for the sake of it. Or Or we could do it there and get a massive +3 instead. Okay, cool. So we've met November as well. Let's go ahead and send a delegation, and like we did before, you'll see here, if I open borders now, I have to pay him. If we wait one more turn, he will pay us. He also, you'll see here, absolutely insane trades for his amenities. I don't think that it's that worth it. That's, again, why we are trying to chase Zanzibar so quickly. They will give us 2 luxury resources. So I think the call on this city is we want a settler so that we can send over and get that other island. Now, I know we have another civ up here, or city-state, I should say. And I'm tossing up to, do I lumber mill this? I did screw myself by not placing the mine that I was talking about on that last tile. So I think a lumber mill here is probably a good idea. The question here again is going to be, do we settle the point here, or do we just settle right in the center here? I think we want to try and keep that free. That way we can get another seaside resort down there later on in the game. So I think the best option for us will be to settle this tile. And again, immediate Acropolis into play. That tile is already in this city. We don't need to swap. So let's send him over there and we will chop out this Acropolis. And as you can see there, he will now pay me for open borders. Only a little bit, but it's a lot better than me paying him 30, he'll pay me 30. So I'm very happy to take that trade. Now, I'm sort of keen on getting this bonus campus district adjacency, to be honest. But I think right now we're fairly happy with what we've got locked in. I am still producing settlers, so I'm happy to leave that there, and the influence points are just very important for Pericles. I think, though, we have just unlocked the ability to place the Chancery, and we are a long way from our next envoys from influence points. I think we may actually take this campus adjacency bonus, because I am about to place another campus here as well. So we will start getting some good effects out of that. So we want to send this guy over this direction as well. We will trade that tile into this city, and we will boost that with that chop. So that is also very handy. And we have found Zanzibar, beautiful, and there is a city-state within their walls. I did not know that that could happen. Now, are we able to get friendship with these guys as well? Yes, we can, so that is awesome. We will pay and establish resident embassies. All of this stuff is good just for boosting ourselves up in a culture victory. Let's just see if we can get a trade on that, and yes, we can. That is brilliant amount of money. We will absolutely take that trade. And then obviously what we've been waiting for, we want to claim Zanzibar, and we will also claim Bandar Brunei as well. So we've got 3 suzerains now. That should jump our stats here a little bit, and we will go ahead and claim that before we move on. We will be heading down this direction to try and uncover, there's another couple culture city-states down this way, so that will be our next moves for that scout. Okay, so we've got that chop out. One more turn for that campus. That is great news. And we will go ahead and chop this as well in preparation for a industrial zone. Okay, we've found the coastline again over here by the looks of it. Hopefully that will be Vilnius unlocked next turn. We completely forgot about the Enlightenment. As you can see though, so by taking Zanzibar suzerainty, we have got 3 ecstatic cities and 3 happy cities now, because we are currently receiving cinnamon and cloves, which give us 6 amenities each. So we don't really need to worry about the amenities trading so much now. Only when we sort of are really desperate, and I'm not feeling 226 gold kind of desperate. I would be much more inclined to spend that money on amphitheaters. in cities that have low production. So let's go ahead. We'll get the workshop before we grab the amphitheater in this city, because that bonus production will help us out. We do really need to start cranking out some amphitheaters at this point in the game. Rome hasn't unfortunately got that relic as well in his possession, so he's got a little bit of a head start on the culture game. We will take our other tech that is boosted first. Hopefully I will get a university near a mountain shortly. Okay, so with that chop out done, what we will do is grab another builder, and then we can upgrade these tiles, get another chop, and we will be all sweet to get an amphitheater down into that city. Now, we probably want to head for the top tree up here now. Build an archaeological museum is going to be sort of the next thing that I want to get done. Obviously, we need that university as well. That will boost astronomy, which will then allow us to boost colonialism. Let's, while we think of it too, go ahead and place the industrial zone, just so that we lock in that price. And we will probably want another chop up in this town. We can change our policies around right now. I think what we want to do is throw... how many settlers do we... We've only got 2 settlers producing at the moment. I think they will be the last 2 that I bother to produce. If I get any more, they will probably be bought. So I'll slot builders back into there. And I'm pretty happy to maintain those other 2. The amenities could be a good idea though. We are, like, our cities are pretty well fully happy. But that bonus amenities may just tip us to all ecstatic. By having ecstatic cities, we will see our yields increase by another 5% and population growth increase by another 20%. I'm going to take that over 6 science. I think in the long run that is going to work out a lot better. That did only give us 1 more ecstatic city, but I think that is probably still worthwhile. We will sometime soon be getting some more amenities anyway. We still have not found Vilnius. Now we have. Cool. So again, we will take that city-state. Alright, so we will chop that out. We are 1 turn from a settler now. Let's go ahead and place that industrial zone. Let's grab that niter as well, and with a bit of luck, we can get a great trade on that as well. Unfortunately not. We will wait a little bit on that. I think one of them will buy that for a very good price at some point. Now we've got that amphitheater as well ready to go. We will chop out for that. We will go for that workshop before we go for any other upgrades there. I am sort of keen to sneak onto the side of this island nice and quickly, and we should be able to get ourselves a pretty handy spot if we can manage to claim a cocoa. Maybe best to just settle straight on that too, because that way we will get ourselves the amenity immediately and we will settle on a river, so that'll just be worth a little bit of bonus housing. We've got hills readily available too, and I think we should be close enough to trade with every civ on this island. There is Kumasi. There is 1 more civ to discover down this way. That is a bit of a painful one to claim, but early game it will be worth grabbing. I keep forgetting too that I've got the bonus envoy, so I don't have to spend quite as many envoys as I am, but anyway, this city has really terrible production. 1, Jesus. I mean, as long as it's got the Acropolis, we don't really care too much, but we do need to unfortunately buy our upgrades there. I do sort of want to hold on to this money so that I can get myself builders when I get these settlers into position. It's probably not that big a deal. I am already earning 42 a turn, and with a bit of luck, there we go, there's the trade that we wanted. So yeah, I think we can go ahead and whack that in. As it turns out, the harbour may have been the better way to go first up here, so that we could go ahead and get a shipyard and stuff and boost this town's production, but live and we learn. So let's make ourselves that industrial zone. Research astronomy, we needed that university made. That is not going to happen. I don't think we need to worry about that boost in that case. I think we just need to hurry up and get to that point. Let's grab ourselves that archaeology museum first, then into industrial zone, and we will just need to do a chop. I think we will take an art museum in that city. Let's chop out here. Instead of an art museum, I'm actually thinking we grab a harbour here as well, and then we will come back to those upgrades. Industrial zone may be worthwhile again down here. I do sort of need one down in the south here for any cities that I settle down here. The other obvious choice is continue to get campuses. The other obvious choice would be a holy site as well, because I have not started getting any faith yet at all. If I do want to go for a national park at all, I'm going to need to establish an income on faith. I feel like we may have left that too late though. I think we're probably just not going for that play at all at this point. So that leaves us with the other obvious choice yet again, which would be a commercial hub. I do need those trade routes. I would like to be building next to that, but trade routes are going to be important. So let's go ahead and place that down. Now this area is crammed full of amenities. It's just a very long way. So it would be a great spot to settle and all, but as I say, a very, very long way from home. It just makes it very difficult to bother settling. We have got ourselves yet another scout. Let's send him to the southern end of the island over here. I probably should actually send him to the southern end of my island that we're on, which is handy because he has sort of stuck to it. So we'll send him down and grab these, at least grab this one anyway. A settler can worry about the other one and then he can duck off across the water. Astronomy, I do want to get that boost still. I know we're not going to get the boost for killing a unit with this musket man, so we can probably go for square rigging now. And let's go ahead and place that one down. We'll grab this pasture as well. And there we go. We have finally met Saladin as well. Let's go ahead and establish an embassy. And we'll wait a turn again for the open borders. And what deals do we have? Wow, he will buy horses for an insane amount. Let's do that. And hopefully we can get ourselves open borders. He does want me to pay for them, unfortunately. He has decided he is not my friend. But I think 13 should be the number. Oh, we can actually get it cheaper than that. I'm happy to hold on to as much gold as he'll let me hold on to. They have unfortunately beaten me to that city. I don't see amenities up in this portion of the map. So we are going to need to adjust a little bit. So we could come and settle on this tile or this tile, 1, 2, 3. Like we would be able to reach amenities and also coastline. So I'm feeling like that tile is the one to go for. We settle on a lake and then we can buy our way out to tiles that are going to give us seaside resort opportunities. This guy, just continue on down this way. We have France right there. We probably do want to walk back up then and discover her. Although I can discover her with my other scout, so let's continue through here. And if we happen to, if we mark her off with this guy, then so be it. But we will discover her with the other one anyway. So that just gives us an extra population straight away. And it frees up another tile to build next to him. I think we will keep this guy for the city that we build down here now, actually. Let's send him down to chop that when we make this city. There we go, we met Catherine. So we don't have to worry about changing our direction here, that's nice. There is another wonder down here by the looks of it too. there is good opportunity here as far as appeal goes. You can see there, those tiles are nice for it. There is also, though, a really nice spot with some amenities and stuff just up here with some mountains and things that will be good for a science bonus as well. So I think I'm going to stick to that area. We can get some really, really nice trades still here. 13 and 4 or 9 and 4. I don't know whether to accept those trades or if we should be sending these trade routes off. It's not worth it at the moment. I'm not getting any tourism right now, so we can just capitalize on that while we've got the opportunity. That is Yosemite. We can grab yet another tribal village there as well. Just realized too, we completely forgot to grab Nan Modal when we uncovered that. This is the spot that I want to climb up. This is where the mountain range is, just here. We have unlocked yet another scout. They all seem to just want to give me scouts. Early game was great. Now that we're in the late game, I'd really rather some better rewards. But anyway, I don't even know where to send this guy really. Let's just, I suppose, send him south and make sure that we discovered everything there. Alliance for only 6 gold. I mean, I can't see it hurting me. He's paying me. Let's just take it. And he will also alliance me, only paying me 2 gold, but we'll take it. Better relationships with these players means that we've got better tourism going to them, so that is fine. Now let's get our amphitheater into that city. We've got ourselves another amenity here, and I believe there is one just over this way a little bit further as well, so we can get a city within range of 2 of them. Now let's just send him onto there to claim that for us. He will settle on the amenity. Although I don't really plan on making any more cities, at least on this main island probably. I think I probably can just settle here. It gives us a little bit better tiles to work with as well. Go ahead and let's actually lumber mill there, and we will go ahead and chop on that tile. Shop there, so 3 more turns for that. We will grab that tile as well, upgrade there. We've finally got the Pantheon now that we just discovered that too. I completely forgot about that. So we will take that production from fishing boats that we were talking about. His last charge can go towards a fishing boat. We'll go the chop there, so that gives us astronomy boost. We will just claim this. And we have reached the coast on this island as well. The thing that we did not consider too before with this city placement is the fact that that is a desert tile. That is going to hinder us a little bit. Trouble is I want to try and stay in range of all of the cities to trade with them. I think we will just bite the bullet and stick with that placement. It is going to be sort of a terrible city, but it's not, at the end of the day, really going to matter that much. I will have trade routes coming out of it to boost it up anyway. Okay, now we are still planning a couple of new builders, so we will keep that locked in still. Those amenities are actually becoming quite important. I cannot quite get that still. Tell you what we forgot to was that chancery. Completely forgot to do that. So we cost ourselves a lot of influence points. There's definitely some things that we could improve on in this run again. But that's to be expected from me. That's sort of the whole point of this channel anyway, is going to be me playing Civ quite badly and hopefully winning some games on deity. And just sort of showing you that, yeah, you can be a shit player and it's still possible, you know, like, hopefully give some people some confidence. Okay, so I think the other city that we made over here is going to be the better one to focus for a start. We've got 2 amenities here, so let's go ahead and get those upgraded. And we can research astronomy now that we got the boost. Actually, we are about to get a book, so let's go ahead and research printing so that we are getting double on that immediately. And we will get our fishing boat there. So we've got quite a few fishing boats in play, giving us some bonus production too. Like, that city is looking a hell of a lot better now. just for the fact that it's got 3 production on those. That is really annoying. Our Acropolis spot got cock-blocked by an antiquity site. That is a real fuck you. So what we may do then is Acropolis here. And then we can commercial hub as well and get ourselves some adjacency out of that. We still want to keep our culture things in here at the moment. We're not racing away on culture yet. Only really got one more builder to buy. I can probably sub that out now. And first envoy to city-states does not matter anymore. We will take that buff. I sort of went into this with a lower focus on production, and I feel like it may have burned me a bit. There are a couple of my cities that are really lagging. We'll hold up on that one. We should have that workshop 8 more turns. So we'll go ahead and research these techs that we've got boosted. There we go, there is Brazil. I believe Egypt is down this way further, so let's keep going down this way with our scout. As much as I would like to capitalize on some in-house trades, I think we're going to just send this guy over here and use him to boost this city up a bit. We will buy that builder that we were talking about as well and grab that amenity. There we go, we found Cleo. We did have a suzerain shift too that I did not notice, which has really killed me here. Receive tourism from walls isn't really going to do much for me. Although I do have walls on all of my cities, maybe that will be a beneficial way to go. Let's claim our envoys from down here first. They're just going to be a bit quicker, and I need the envoys right now. We'll go to Mbanza, and then hopefully we will get a trade route that will allow us to go to Lugdunum. 18 turns for the amphitheater. I think we will just buy that. Let's go ahead and make ourselves that one instead, and yeah, we can just purchase the amphitheater. Amenities wise, so we're doing very nicely again. We can get a very nice trade on that. And we can trade open borders too with Egypt. We forgot about her. We need 50 gold. Okay, so let's get our embassy in place. Did someone just declare war on me? Wow, okay. That is unexpected. I thought I was effectively friends with all of them. That's really come out of nowhere. They've just declared joint war on me. That's really going to mess me up as far as a culture victory. I think I'm going to have to go back a couple turns and fix that up. Alrighty, now I am actually picking up the day after that surprise war declaration. I need to attempt to get friendship with these guys, and it looks like they will give it to me even though we don't have it. Okay, one of them won't. That should be fine. They did joint war the first time, so hopefully he won't have the confidence to do that again. Although France is still seemingly keen, so we'll see what happens this next turn. Okay, it looks like we're in the clear. They're just trying to get deals with me. I did not hear war start sound effect. The next thing we'll probably want to do here is throw a harbour into the water here. Obviously a pretty useless harbour realistically, but we don't really need ships, we just want that money. Okay, so we've just picked up some envoys from conservation. We've got the option to go for cultural heritage, which will give us 100% tourism from great works of art and artifacts. However, we are only just about to get some of these. I want to get started on Cristo Redentor, so I'm going to start that research first. We will go for this commercial hub, 4 turns. That should be about the right timing to just buy that factory. Because we have had a reset too, we are seemingly missing mods. I've just realized we don't have quick deals, we don't have the great people screen, so that is a bit of a rip. Let's go ahead and take that harbour. We will buy that amphitheater. We are going to delay our factory if we do that though. I think we will actually hold off on this one. That factory is just so important for so many cities. I think that is the one to buy first. Now, down here, we've got 7 turns for a market. I'm going to take the amphitheater first. We really want to be getting those great people points. And 9 turns isn't that big a wait. Compare that to, 20 turns down here. I will buy this one. Okay, now we have lost our open borders with France. She is being quite painful though with the deal. Feeling like I should have gone back an extra couple of turns and tried to really work my way back into good graces with these bots. Alright, so we managed 40 gold for France, 39 for Peter. Now, even our friendlier ones are wanting a bit of cash as well to keep up our borders. Okay, we've also got a very nice deal on NITA with Egypt. We will take that. Not knowing my outputs here really sucks. We will be going for that Cristo Redentor now. I'm thinking we want some builders back for that. I think Cristo Redentor, while we're trying to get that, I think we will throw these away. All I really need to do is crank out even just 2 builders. I think we can actually wait for the Great Engineer. I don't think we need to mess our policies up that badly. Let's not worry about the builders. Let's just take production towards wonders. I'm not sure which one of these I'm getting more benefit out of. I'm guessing that I've probably got more specialty districts down now than Theatre Square district adjacency. Let's take that punt. Let's go ahead and make that market. I think next turn, hopefully we can manage to stretch ourselves for that factory. I do sort of need to get a bigger government. Maybe we should stretch for suffrage first. Let's do that. It's what, 10 turns? 10 turns for suffrage. I'm not going to get much buff out of that at the moment anyway. I've only got the 3 paintings. So let's go for suffrage first. We may need to get a spy. That should turn her back on. Friendly to civilizations, ahead of him in science and culture. I should be ahead of you, surely. That will do it though. City-state ally is not great news for me. Yeah, note to any of you guys that are doing this challenge, make sure you keep your friendship up with Peter, as he will not like you for your envoys. If you let that slide, you're not going to get him back on side. So 1560 we need. Can we get ourselves another 26 gold? Will you pay me for an alliance? You will. Let's pick up another alliance and get them to pay me for it. Say 40 gold. Whoops, 40 gold. Yeah, 40 gold will do it. Will you give me, say, 60? No, he won't. How much can we squeeze from this? 48 will do me. Whoop. Take that 48. Let's be real stingy. And you know what? I'm feeling like we might grab some more alliances for that sweet income. It seems worthwhile to me. Boom, we have a factory that will boost production. We'll get 4 cities worth, or 5 cities worth. Yeah, I think 5 cities worth of extra production there. So that is awesome news. And I spoke too soon. Peter does like me again, except he still does not want to be friends. So that is a weird predicament. Let's try just a single gold gift and see if he'll like me next turn. Just automate, guys. You're pretty well useless now. Yeah, there we go. He wants to be friends with me now. Medina is the best option we've got there. Let's go ahead and do that. That is 2 empires that we've got trade routes to. We do need to crank out those traders now as well. But let's get that spy. We'll try and get France on side, and we can use that to steal some gold. Actually going to go for a campus here, I think. It just gives me a good bit of adjacency, and it'll just be a nice little handy boost to my science, because there is still... we still do want to try and reach steel as well quite quickly. And we need to get all the way to computers, so we do still need a good science boost here. 15% production towards wonders. I have sort of nutted myself there. Let's put the builder one that we ignored in because we didn't actually start making Cristo Redentor the way that I thought we would. We have got another great writer. Stop reminding me that I've got scouts. I do not care about them. I will start killing people. Let's buy this amphitheater that we were talking about earlier. We've just got this amphitheater as well. That is great. by the time that market's made, I think we will have enough to go ahead and buy one of these. And we've got another commercial hub coming into play this turn as well. Let's go ahead and mark it there too. Only 5 turns. I know I said I'd start killing them, but we got an upgrade. We got to do it. There is suffrage. Now this is very helpful. These extra slots in the economic policies are just going to be massive for me. So let's plug our culture back in. I am tempted by the gold, but I don't know how much gold I'm going to be getting out of it. I think 1 gold from each of our envoys is going to be huge. That'll be probably about 50 gold at this point in the game. I'm tempted by the commercial hub and harbour district adjacencies. 100% yield from the actual buildings. Does that can't mean the actual like markets and everything, right? Because they're already giving me like 11 gold each and 17 gold each and stuff without me having that plugged in. That would be absolutely absurd. I mean, I feel like we have to see how much our gold jumps. We have to plug that in. We can get bonus production to spies for a moment too. Actually, we might take that because we are going to create some spies. Let's go ahead and shoot them to Paris, and I might actually queue up another spy. And now I'm happy to go for cultural heritage as well. We will take that as if it is a Saladin one. I think that will be a bit tougher for me to get. Although Mogadishu doesn't seem to have many relics around it at all, so maybe not. So we're up to 1,000 gold again. Oh wow, yeah, okay, we jumped our gold by about 120 by plugging in that other civic. I think archaeological is probably the way to go, to be honest. If we're planning on Mary Leakey, then we do want to get that. Alright, another error and another boost for being in control of Vilnius. Now I think we can knock that one out for the tourism. Wow, that costs a lot. Yes, you're still not happy with me, even though I do have a spy out now. So I'm not sure what else we can manage to do to get her on side. Yeah, change our production to that. So another great work of art, and we can grab another 2 down there. So let's just go for St. Petersburg. That is the shorter trade route for virtually the exact same thing. I'm not worried about a single faith per turn for an extra like 3 turns on the trade route. Alright, and again, goddamn UQ. 26 turns still on that. That is a lot more than I was hoping for. I think we are going to need to plug in the bonus wonder production, unfortunately. This city's production is just so terrible. I think all we can really do here is just go for the Theatre Squares Festival. There we go. Okay, now that we've actually established the spire, she's noticed. So hopefully she will warm up to us. Still not this turn, but we'll keep an eye on that. Now this builder, we just want to go for our seaside resorts. So let's go and get him set up somewhere with breathtaking. Utilize these tiles to 1, 2, 3. So I do need another city. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be the only tile that I can actually reach with the setup that we've done here. Breathtaking, charming. That is breathtaking as well. We need to get another city down over here. Okay, so it's only 9 turns for a settler out of this city. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm not sure what... Oh, it'll be because of the alliances. I've really stuffed myself up with the alliances on the spy front, but that's okay. We do have a gold pot to steal from, so we haven't completely done ourselves in. We do now have the money for another archaeologist as well. There aren't any trade routes here that give us what we want, so let's go ahead and send our trade route to Rome. Got 14 turn university. I think we will take that. We forgot about the archaeologist, so let's go ahead and buy that. Made a stupid move there because we can't build a seaside resort on a tile like that. Can we? It's only charming. We need to get some appeal boosts. We can increase appeal with some preserves, but that is an actual district. It's not like the neighborhood. So I did need to plan ahead for that, unfortunately. Apparently we cannot seaside resort here as well. Does it need to be at least a 5? It can only be built on coastal desert, coastal plains, or coastal grassland. Okay, so we just can't do it because this is tundra. I thought we had that luxury, but apparently not. Okay, that is an awesome boost. That took us down to 1 turn for a university. This town will just be going to Theatre Square festivals, to be honest. Let's go ahead and chop out here as well. I think we will then throw down a campus. Let's go ahead and campus there. And we needed the trade route to France over here. Let's do that. So we've got 5 of the civs up and running. We have got another great writer and our first great musician. Now, this is another thought too. Woods will give adjacent tiles 1 appeal. What we can do is throw down woods in these areas, and that will allow us to get some more seaside resorts down. I think that should mean that this tile can be, yeah, it's breathtaking now, so we can actually get a seaside resort down. I don't know if putting a lumber mill on these messes that up or not. I feel like it should. A lumber mill next to a resort should not be a pleasant thing. 1 production plus 1 production. It doesn't mention anything about reducing the appeal. We may be able to get ourselves some extra production then if we go ahead and do that. I think we will use that to our advantage. Now, let's get both of them siphoning funds. Hopefully that will give us a good bit of money. The trouble is we are trying to do it off of France. She's probably got counter spies, but you don't know till you know. 42 gold for 8 turn investment. I really want to get Cristo Redentor done, but I feel like I have to do that. I don't have many, if any, seaside resorts into play, so now that tile is still only charming. I can't boost that one up with any more woods, unfortunately. We are actually going to get border growth into these tiles too, at not at slower pace. Like, it's only 5 more turns again for this to grow into there. That one's only charming 2, charming 3, charming 3. So seaside resort there. If we get a city over here, we go a woods there, and then we can get seaside resort, and then I presume I can plant a woods on a hills. I actually don't know about that, but if we can seaside resort there as well. I mean, this is a good opportunity to see if I can plant a woods on a hills. That will give me that insight, so let's try that out, because if we can plant a hills there and a hills, if we can plant a woods there and a woods there, that means that this tile will be seaside resortable. That is a charming 3, so again, we will go here, plant a woods, boom, seaside resort, and let's do what we were suggesting. So we're gonna have to settle on that coal for this to work. We will just theatre square there as well. Yes, we can plant woods on those tiles. Let's make that one a Catherine relic. Oh, well, that is unfortunate. That is not a coastal tile. I messed that one up. Now, there we go. That is the magnum opus. That is the one that we want. I don't think I need any more builders at this point. I don't need that culture plugged in. I really don't. I need that to be science. That would be awesome. Where is the science version of that? Where is the science version of that? It has to exist, right? Is it there? No. But international trade route boosting is also very, very welcome. Let's go ahead and research that. Maybe there isn't a science version of that. Surely there is. Why would there not be? Maybe it's in the science tree. But no, there's no policies in the science tree. That doesn't make any sense. Let's send you to Manaus, I guess. Well, hang on. So you come here. chop that out, and then that gives me the ability to send you down here, and we've got enough time to plant the woods. That's awesome. You plant that, and then Seaside Resort next turn. What we can do here is do that preserve that we couldn't do elsewhere. We do need to get a trade route to Egypt still, so let's again transfer you, and hopefully this city can reach Necken would be great. And let's get that chop. Beautiful. One turn, we get that preserve. Seaside Resort there. Seaside Resort there. That is still only a 3 appeal, so I will need to buy ourselves another builder, and we will get ourselves that as well. And can we reach Egypt? We cannot. That really sucks. I can't remember where I sent it to Menau, didn't I? Argos to Manaus. No trading route has been established. Argos to Manaus, yes. So 2 more turns, but it looks of it, I will get that trading post. 18 turns for another Acropolis is very reasonable. Let's do that. Beautiful. We did manage to steal a nice chunk of gold. Again, do a trader. We do have to escape with the other one, and he was killed, so that sucks. It's a lot of turns of production to have just disappear, but we can. That should just be 1 more turn. Nope, never mind. He is moving the complete opposite direction, so we are not getting that trade route for a long time. That really sucks. Egypt is going to be very hard to push over in this. They are generating 0 tourism. Hopefully it won't hurt me. Okay, so Seaside Resort here and here. I did also completely forget I needed to make a woods there, so I have nutted myself on 1 more Seaside Resort. Now, Cristo Redentor, it is time, and 2200. I think we will make that investment. It's another Seaside Resort in play. Average. Charming. Okay, so if we put a woods there, we will be able to do yet another Seaside Resort. That is another Seaside Resort in play. Again, we do need another builder here if I am to clear this out and get another Seaside Resort down. We do also have Breathtaking 5 on that tile, so I think it is definitely worth yet another builder in this town. Okay, so that takes 23 down to just 9 turns, and we will sit on you until we are ready for steel. That has just doubled our tourism. That is great. So that's that woods into play. We can get another Seaside Resort. Globalization means that we can plug in 5 production and 10 gold from international trade routes, which will give us a lovely, lovely boost to some cities that are trading. Alright, another relic. We'll grab that for Mogadishu. Okay, we could go for another art museum by the looks of it. We are out there. So let's grab an art museum there, and we will transfer you up. That is another Seaside Resort, and 1 more there. That's another Seaside Resort, and another 9 more turns we will get another. We'll take that as a Trajan relic. And we'll send you up that way. Alright, we're getting pretty close now. The Seaside Resorts that we've got in play are massive. I'm feeling like we should have just used his charge on that. I don't think it's going to come down to the point where we're trying to build the Eiffel Tower. And there it is, Cristo Redentor. So that has thrown our tourism up to 508. And it looks like we're probably maybe 5 turns from winning given that jump. Do we have another one? Do we want to do... That does give us a bonus trade route capacity. Let's go for that. 11 more turns. I don't think I'm going to make it still. You know what? Let's buy ourselves a broadcast center because we can then get some music going as well. And we got another relic. That one will be at Zanzibar. Can I mess with these at all? Although we can throw a landscape down here for some theming. Ancient Renaissance. We can theme that. May save us a turn on this win. We've got another great rider. That is awesome. Send him to Knossos. I know I haven't filled that at all. There we go. We got it.
The worth of a
How many
culture
turns was it this
is not
time?
measured by its
457 score by the looks of that. So building is constructed, city's founded. So we sort of went off pretty early on that, and then really didn't do much else. Districts, we had a good patch in the middle there for district construction. Great people, player culture. You can see there was a massive spike when we must have got some civics around there, and then unplugged a couple civics at the end there. Faith, gold. There's a lovely little spike there, but other than that, not much of a gold graph. Science, it's a fairly steady climb most of the game for science by the looks of that. Score, total religions, war declarations received. We should be on that graph, but we did rewind. Was declared and wonders constructed. Our lovely little peak at the end there. Let's see how many turns it took me that run. There's definitely some things we can improve on, but I don't think I'll bother with another go. Oh, wow. 110 turns. There we go. That was a lot better. That was a lot better. Well, there you go. It's doing some science early on is key, I think. I must have unlocked computers a hell of a lot quicker. I know last game that I did of this, I ended up, I unlocked steel and everything. I was that late into the game before I won. Yeah, that is a massive saving on time. And I think that I could optimize that a hell of a lot more if I wanted to. This will be the last attempt that I do of this. But I think if I was to invest in some preserves and actually be set up for even just invest in woods a bit sooner and be set up for the seaside resorts, and I had have just thrown all of my charges from my great engineer into Cristo Redentor, I think I could have done that in 100 turns. But anyway, I'm very happy with that. Let me know how you guys do, and I'll catch you next time.